First at 5. From the University of Florida's College of Journalism and Communications, you're watching WUFT News.
Parkgoers may not know a local creek is contaminated. Find out why this is a surprise.
A local therapy organization is now moving forward after 2 of their horses were attacked and killed.
And minority groups on the University of Florida campus are uniting for a similar cause. But first, our top story, a warning of contamination in Hogtown Creek. Good evening, it's Monday, March 20th. I'm Austin Landis.
And I'm Alexa Lytle. Some visitors to a Gainesville park have their own warning that you might overlook the small signs warning of the hazard. WUFT's Stephanie Byrne was in Alfred A. Ring Park today, where park visitors walked with her to the creek.
Well, ladies, today I spoke with 2 park goers who say that they didn't even see a warning sign until after they got out of the water. The water often looks inviting, but it's sometimes hiding fecal bacteria, which indicates a contamination pathway that could carry more serious pathogens. It's a big concern for well water as well as river water, and you wouldn't want to explore in the creek now, especially if you have any cuts on your hands and feet. What has visitors concerned is that the warning sign could be easily overlooked.
Oh my God, like that can't be real. Like, wouldn't they close the park?
Savannah Beck and Greg Bouchy were looking for shark teeth in Hogtown Creek at Ring Park when they discovered something unexpected.
We finished, we came back, and we saw the sign on our way out.
The sign warns of high levels of fecal bacteria in the water.
I was pretty shocked also that it's the only sign that you see. There's no other sign all around the park. So I mean, well, if it's really something important, and it is, you should put signs everywhere just saying people don't go in the water now.
This isn't the first time the city has warned park goers of contamination in the creek. The county environmental protection director says it's not always easy to tell when the water is bad.
The water looks clear, and a lot of people really get deceived because it looks like very clean water, but it's the part that you can't see that's really harmful.
Hogtown Creek receives runoff and pollutants, and in rare cases, raw sewage ends up in the creek.
Sometimes we've had, for example, sewage spills where there's a broken sewer line, and fortunately that's rare, but in some cases you have raw sewage that's washing into the creek.
The park goers I talked to today said they only saw this sign right here after they went into the water. But if you look closely, you can scan right here to receive more information.
Although the city of Gainesville oversees the park, the link is for a county website that describes the watershed.
I definitely felt dirty and also sad because I really liked the park and it kind of took away from the experience.
After speaking with Director Chris Bird, he says he thinks permanent signs about the contamination should be placed. I reached out to the City of Gainesville Parks Department to ask about any plans for signs, but a representative was not available for comment today.
Thanks, Stephanie. Officials have released the names of the 4 victims killed Sunday in a car crash in Alachua County. Nathan, Linda, and Natea and Lanaya Russell of Hollywood, Florida, were killed in the crash involving 3 cars on southbound I-75. Another passenger, Nathan Russell Jr., was taken to UF Health Shands Hospital in critical condition. According to the Highway Patrol, the Russells' car veered off the roadway and hit a tractor parked on the right shoulder. A 3rd vehicle hit the debris from the crash. Archer Road has now reopened following a motorcycle crash near Shands Hospital around noon. Gainesville police say a sedan turning onto Newell Drive hit the motorcycle, and the biker was not wearing a helmet and is in critical condition. Police say the crash victim is a 23-year-old UF student named Joe Wagner.
And Ocala man is behind bars after a traffic stop turned into a vehicle search. Jeremy Jermaine Willis was driving a Maserati early this morning when troopers pulled him over for speeding. FHP says the smell of marijuana led to a search, which turned up 11 grams of marijuana, 40 grams of cocaine, and over $28,000. Willis is now in the Marion County Jail. People in North Central Florida are coming together to raise money for Gentle Carousel's miniature therapy horses. Authorities say a pair of neighbor dogs that escaped their enclosure recently attacked the ponies, killing 2. WFT's Alexa Lorenzo joins us live in the newsroom with more on how the organization is regrouping.
Well, Austin, the horses' owners have been grieving for 2 weeks now. One horse, Catherine, lost her battle after 10 days at the vet. That horse had been used for therapy after Sandy Hook and the Pulse nightclub shooting.
Well, it's been very difficult. Very tragic. These horses do such good work. They didn't deserve this to happen to them.
George's wife Debbie made the awful discovery 2 weeks ago. At the Gentle Carousel pastures in Columbia County, she found that animals had attacked 2 of their miniature horses. Mozart was dead. Another horse named Catherine died at the vet hospital 10 days later.
Catherine was already a patient of ours, but you know, we never expected to see her for such a tragedy like this. She was presented to us with several severe lacerations. We had her on about 15 to 20 medications at one point. We're really doing everything we could to keep her alive.
The sheriff's office investigation focused on 2 neighborhood dogs. The dogs have been euthanized and the owners fined. Gentle Carousel is considering a civil case to recover the medical expenses, over $15,000.
Is the Florida state law states that the owner of the dogs are responsible for any damages their dog causes. That is something that would be handled civilly through civil court.
Gentle Carousel's miniature therapy horses bring smiles to people all over the community and the country. Magic right here has even been on the Today Show and was named the most heroic pet in America by AARP.
Today, Gentle Carousel planned to visit the Ronald McDonald House in Gainesville. Debbie did not want to appear on camera crying, but she told us we could share this comment about the loss.
Telling the kids that they have an angel that's looking out for them now, because how else do you explain it to little kids who already have cancer or already have faced a tragedy, that their best buddy had a tragedy too. So
they have started a GoFundMe page to raise the remainder of the money. You can donate on their Facebook page at Therapy Horses. Reporting live from the newsroom, Alexa Lorenzo, WUFT News.
Thank you, Alexa. All right, so it started out pretty cold this morning. I was a little worried, but what a difference a few hours makes.
It can, and it's exactly the type of beautiful weather you picture for the first day of spring. WFT's Amanda Hawley joins us now from the Weather Center. Amanda, is the cold gone for good?
Well, temperatures will cool down once again tonight, but a warming trend is definitely underway. Temperatures peaked this afternoon right now in the mid to upper 70s, while yesterday we were only in the low 70s. But here's current temperatures right now: 76 in Gainesville, 77 out in High Springs, even a 78 out in Bronson. But it feels so nice out on this first day of spring because the dew points, the measure of the amount of moisture in the air, they are so low. They are in the low 30s, where typically they're in the mid 50s this time of year. So it's feeling very pleasant outside right now, and temperatures will cool off this evening though into the mid 60s by 8 o'clock and into the mid 40s by the time you step out the door early Tuesday morning. So have the light jacket and also plan for a couple extra minutes out there. Some patchy dense fog is possible north and west of Alachua County. Coming up, I've got some details on how long this warming trend will last and when you could need the umbrella. Back to you.
Thank you, Amanda. At UF, the Black Student Affairs Task Force is hosting a town hall meeting this evening to address the racial climate on campus.
The university president will answer questions, and students will be able to offer their own ideas for improving relations and ending a string of vandalism. WFT's Kat Boonzire joins us now to tell us more about what to expect tonight.
Ladies, there should be a lot of questions answered tonight, and hopefully some room for some positive change. I went to Emerson Hall today as they were setting up, and event staff told me they are expecting at least 300 people to attend. Members of the Black Student Union say it is important for the administration to set up.
One of UF's slogans is "You Matter, We Care." The wellness campaign motto speaks of respect and inclusion, but some question student buy-in given this year's string of incidents expressing racial or religious bigotry.
These words, these slurs, these actions have history to them, and it does not make us feel good if we're going to a school where we're giving out thousands of dollars and we are experiencing this.
Examples include vandalism and racist messages written on campus.
Just like when, the whole thing with the swastika happened, I felt hurt. I don't identify as a Jewish person, but I felt hurt because no one should be victimized because of something they practice or because of who they are. Just like I don't want to be victimized because of the color of my skin.
At one dorm, a student's decoration for Black History Month was destroyed.
I know that she was working hard on it, and I saw it on Twitter, and I was just like, this is ridiculous, that it's now gotten to inside residence buildings.
I'm here at Emerson Hall where the town hall meeting will be taking place later tonight, and this is where President Fox will be addressing his questions from the students.
There are concerns about the decline in African American enrollment and faculty diversity. Black student enrollment, once trending over 8%, is now down to 6%.
There is a very simple solution. If you make us feel at home, other people are going to come here because they know they will feel at home.
Many members of the Black Student Union are counting on President Kent Fox to turn things around.
Everyone loves him. He's a great guy. He has the following. It's just about him putting his foot down and saying, okay, time for this to stop, and let's make UF home to everyone.
The meeting is coming up at 6 this evening and is open to the public. We'll have a full report tomorrow on WUFT News.
Thank you, Kat. The 48th annual Gator Nationals is now the stuff of fond memories. People from across the state and nation rev their own engines each year to visit Gainesville to witness the legendary drag racing. One racer even had a record-breaking score at this year's event. WUFT's Daniela Hurtado has more on what the racers say is really a team sport.
I don't really see a lot of explosions in cars, and I'm hoping to see some of that.
Luckily, the only explosion at Gator Nationals this weekend came from the crowd. 48th annual Gator Nationals drew sellout crowds most days. One fan from North Carolina looks forward to attending every year.
As long as the Lord gives me breath, health, and strength, I can come. I'm going to continue doing it.
This excitement is what pushes drivers to be better. The young fans remind Top Fuel driver Tony Schumacher of himself.
I said, I want to do this, man. I want to find people that know how to win. I don't want to do it with my high school buddies building it because they were going to get me hurt. But I want to do it with the right people, and that's what I found.
Here, the team at Steve Torrance's Capco Contractors take only 30 minutes to put together an entire engine.
Drivers agree their crews are the backbone of all wins.
I don't win the races by myself. I can't even start this Army car. It takes 9 guys to make it work.
Racers like Tony Schumacher share a tunnel vision for competing.
Mentally, you prepare every day. You know, I'm in the gym every other day, trying to keep my weight down, trying to eat right, trying to build muscle, and stay on those treadmills. That's what I do. And at my age, 67, trust me, I got to do that. I'm not like these kids.
As for the fans, they say they'll continue to rev their engines to Gator Nationals for years to come, even if they're from Wyoming, like Tammy Walden.
If you haven't been here, you need to come because it's awesome.
Daniela Hurtado, WUFT News.
Tony Schumacher earned first place in the Top Fuel category, his 5th win of the event, making him the winningest Top Fuel driver at Gator Nationals. As for 16-time winning world champ John Force, he came out on top in the funny car category, marking his best year at Gator Nationals since 2001. WUFT News First at 5 is just getting started.
Coming up after 1 week, the search is still on for a pet cobra that went loose in Ocala.
There's a new character on the block in Sesame Street. We'll tell you what makes her unique.
Coming up, I will tell you how long the pleasant temperatures will last and how long this high pressure will stay in place.